Good morning, children. We are going to study about electrochemistry. In electrochemistry, we are going to study about the production of electricity from the energy released during spontaneous chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are taking place and electricity is being produced. We study this under electrochemistry. Now there are electrochemical cells in which due to chemical reactions electricity is being produced. Now the most common one is the Daniell cell. Now in Daniell cell we have two half cells. In Daniell cell we have two half cells which are connected by a salt bridge. You can see a salt bridge here. Now the two half cells are zinc rod, which is present in a solution of zinc sulfate. We have a solution of zinc sulfate, and here we have a copper rod which is present in a solution of copper sulfate. Now the two solutions are connected by a salt bridge. Now salt bridge is a U tube in which there is some inert electrolyte like ammonium chloride or ammonium nitrate, etc., which is present in gel of agar-agar, and the two ends of the U tube are sealed or plugged by cotton. The two electrodes, the zinc rod and the copper rod, are connected by wire, and there is a key also in the circuit to start the reaction. Now when the whole setup is ready, you just put the key so that the circuit is complete. After some time you will notice certain changes. There is one galvanometer also connected in the circuit near the key. Now what all changes will you see? You will see that after some time the zinc rod is becoming thinner and thinner. This is your first observation. The copper rod becomes thicker, zinc rod becomes thinner, copper rod becomes thicker. This is the second observation. And the concentration of the zinc ions in the solution is increasing. Concentration of the zinc ions in the solution is increasing, whereas the concentration of the copper ions in the solution of copper sulfate is decreasing. The blue color of copper sulfate is decreasing. Then the fifth observation is there is a current flowing. Electron flow will be from the zinc rod to the copper rod, from zinc rod to the copper rod, but electricity will flow in the opposite direction, because by convention the electricity, that is the current, flows opposite to the flow of electrons. So these are the 5 observations which you will see in a Daniell cell if the circuit is complete. Now why is it that zinc rod becomes thinner, copper rods become thicker, and the concentration of the copper ions in the solution is decreasing and that of the zinc ions is increasing, and the current flowing? These have to be explained. Now when the reaction start, zinc rod from the electrode, it moves out into the solution. Zinc from the electrode, that is the anode, it moves out into the solution after losing electrons. Zinc atom loses electron and changes to zinc ion, and 2 electrons are released. Two electrons are released, and these two electrons, they move from the outside circuit towards the copper electrode. I repeat it again. Zinc electrode. In this zinc electrode, zinc atom, after losing two electrons, changes into zinc ion. Zinc ion moves into the solution, and the two electrons move from the outside circuit towards the copper electrode. Now what happens at the copper electrode? Now at the copper electrode you can see the copper ions which are present in the solution. They will gain those two electrons which are coming from the zinc rod, which the anode has, at which the electrons have been accumulated in the anode. So these two electrons travel from the outside circuit and come to the copper electrode. The copper ions present in the solution will accept the two electrons, and they will deposit as neutral copper atom. So after some time, the copper rod becomes thicker and thicker. And the zinc rod will become thinner and thinner. Zinc rod becomes thinner and copper rod becomes thicker. Then concentration of zinc ions in the solution is increasing, and concentration of copper ions in the solution is decreasing. Then you will also see, since electrons are moving from the zinc electrode towards the copper electrode, there is a flow of electron from zinc to copper electrode. And if there is an ammeter connected here, if there is an ammeter connected in the circuit, you will see the deflection in the ammeter showing that the current is flowing from the copper electrode towards the zinc electrode. So these are the observations which are made in the Daniell cell and their explanation. That is the reason why all these things are happening. Okay. Thank you so much.